today. I went to Winco this morning with the kids, which is always an adventure. I had a really specific list in mind. I didn't go off list too much. I did only have one specific fruit that I was planning on getting, which was mangoes, but I ended up getting several more fruits than that. Otherwise, everything was pretty much on list, which is always kind of a victory. So I'll show you what I got. So first, I got my mangoes. I got 8 of them because I've been going through them so fast. They're just so good. Lately, what I've been doing is I put them in the fridge in the morning, and then when I'm ready for it, which is usually like after dinner, I peel it, and then I take the Zero Sugar Cool Whip, and I take a bite straight off the seed, and then I use that bit of the seed that's sticking out after I take the bite to scoop the Cool Whip, and then I just have like bites of fresh, cold mango with that creamy Zero Sugar Cool Whip, and it is the most decadent dessert, legitimately better than ice cream, I think, because I like to be able to chew my food. So anyway, I've been really into mangoes. And then I actually learned how to eat a mango properly, or at least that kind of mango properly, from watching French Fried Girl. So thank you, French Fried Girl. I got some avocados, mostly for my husband. They're a little expensive right now, so I do eat avocados, but I'm mildly allergic to avocados, so it makes the roof of my mouth itch, and sometimes it makes my throat sort of feel sore, and then it makes my lips blow up, which can be nice. It's sort of the effect of a lip plumper. And so I do eat them sometimes still. I get the same thing from bananas, unless they're extremely ripe. But anyway, I usually just get the avocados for my husband, though, and I might have like a little bit. I got some cherries. I was going to get more cherries, but my girls were getting impatient with me standing at the cherry thing so long. They were just like a big box of cherries. You had to like pick your own out. So I got like maybe half a pound. They were a pretty good price, though. Let's see, the avocados were about 78 cents a piece, and the mangoes were 58 cents a piece. So almost twice as expensive as previously, but still like way less expensive than anywhere else. And the cherries were $3.20 something a pound. But I did like that I could choose how much, because I would like to get just 1 pound of cherries, but they're always sold in 2-pound bags. And when they're $3.50 a piece, I'm not going to spend $7 on cherries. I would like to, but that's not really in my budget. Anyway, I got a tortilla holder, like a warm tortilla holder, because we eat a lot of tacos and stuff in our house, and I've never had one of these, and it was like $1.50, so that made me kind of excited. I restocked my iced tea, the decaf Earl Grey, Bigelow brand, my favorite. I got sushi for lunch today for my husband and I, because he was craving sushi over the weekend, and we decided not to go because our favorite sushi place, because it's like just the right level of affordable but still good quality, they have people so in and out the door, they have trouble keeping the heat, or keeping it cool, unless you happen to get a seat in the very back of the restaurant. But it's also one of those like conveyor belt sushi places, and so I'm a little nervous in heat like this that they just won't be able to keep the fish fresh enough. So that's more of like a fall winter sort of indulgence. But this was apparently made fresh this morning, and I got it like at like 10:30, so it should still be good. And we like California rolls and stuff like that, and I'm curious whether Winco's sushi is is as good as, because like some of them are better than others. I know the Market Street fresh sushi is actually pretty good. Anyway, and my daughter's monkey, that wasn't a grocery item, it was just in my bag. I got a pineapple. Let's see here. I got my daughter some Chick-fil-A chicken minis on the way to the grocery store to bribe some good behavior out of her. They're both down for a nap. They were both really tired, which is awesome. So I'm filming in the daytime for once. And then I got some deli turkey, which has frozen. And I got some deli ham and some rosemary sourdough sliced, and honey wheat bread for my daughter's sandwiches. And I got mayonnaise. I mostly use it for chicken and tuna salad. I know I should try, well, I might still try like Greek yogurt or Indian yogurt instead of mayo in chicken salad. I've tried it in tuna salad. I find if I do like a half and half, like half mayo, half Greek yogurt, I can at least cut it in half, and that's still good, but just a complete 100% substitution is not successful. I don't think it tastes good. I don't think it's a good texture. I don't like it. So so I do still keep mayo in the house, but we don't use it as much. I got a sack of potatoes. My husband loves potatoes, and my daughter likes them in certain contexts. And then I got a huge, I'm not going to touch it because I'll burn myself, but I got a huge block of dry ice. And I got that because I am sending a package to another channel. I don't know if I should say who or just share it. I don't know if they're going to mention me. I feel weird like mentioning them, but I'm sending a package to a channel that I follow that I love, because they do a real variety of stuff, a lot of DIYs and recipes and things like that. And so I contacted them and offered to send them my famous flaky pie dough and my recipe for my world famous quiche. And so I'm going to be sending them pie dough, quiche, a recipe, and probably a little jar of caramelized onions, because that's sort of an essential part of my quiche, and I don't want to make it too much work for them. But yeah, so I got some dry ice to ship it because they're in Pennsylvania and I'm in Texas, and it's 110 today. It will be 110 today in Texas. Oh, I have to show you something. It is so hot in Texas that this morning I got into my car, and you know, I gave up fructose and sodas and stuff like that over 3 weeks ago. And I had a Dr. Pepper that somebody gave me in the car. I think it was my sister-in-law, because she didn't know I was off sodas now, and I had just not bothered to bring it in because I wasn't going to drink it, and my hands are always full getting out of the car because I'm usually getting like 2 kids out of the car, and then my purse, and then shopping bags or whatever. So anyway, I left it in the car. Apparently yesterday it got so hot that it popped open. I'm glad I wasn't in the car when it happened. I feel like that could have been dangerous. But most of it went into the cup holders, thank goodness. But there is splatter radius all the way to the windshield and like the side panel of the car. So it's at least a 3-foot splatter radius. But I just thought that was crazy. Let's see what else. This morning I weighed in, and I have finally crossed that first big milestone. That's kind of sad that I even needed to. I am below 250. I am now 249.3, and I am thrilled to be below 250. It has been way too long. I think I was like sort of around the 250 line for the last like at least 9 months. I mean, my baby's almost 7 months old. So, yeah, it's been probably 9 or 10 months at minimum. I don't even know exactly. I could look at my medical charts, but I don't think it's really relevant. But I'm pretty sure like most of my last trimester I was above 250, and I was reassuring myself that most of that was like pregnancy related weight gain, and it probably was. I think I dipped below 250 like immediately after birth, but then I went back right up above it, and I don't know. You know, I mean, this whole thing is about picking apart what exactly has been going wrong. I also want to try something. Today I am going to Costco with a friend of mine, and I don't actually need anything at Costco, but we've figured out it's an easy place for us to meet with our kids, because right now her kids have a kind of contagious like kid thing, HFM if you care. And so we don't want the kids like interacting, so we can't just like have a play date, but I would like to see my friend and we would like to catch up. So a lot of times what we'll do is we'll coordinate our trips to Costco, and we'll just walk around Costco together and catch up while the girls make faces at each other from their separate carts. And it works pretty well. So we both have our own ways of handling our kids, though, in the store, because like she's like the snack queen. She always has like a million snacks for her kids to keep them happy, and she usually has like 3 or 4 toys per kid. She has this like massive backpack. She has twins, and so she has this huge backpack of a diaper bag, and I am ever the minimalist, so I always try to keep everything kind of small, and so I have like a fairly like, it's like I actually just got like a large purse to use as my diaper bag and purse. So she carries like a purse and a huge backpack, but she also has 2, and I think they're just now off of formula. So for a while there, she was having to like carry all of the like formula powder things and the bottles and the waters and the whatever. So like they were a little bit more high maintenance. The nice thing about breastfeeding is I am able to pack a lot lighter. But she also is just great about having lots of toys for her kids, and amazing about having lots of snacks for her kids and stuff. She usually ends up giving like a bunch of snacks to my kids because I'm not as good about keeping them in my purse. And of course, grass is always greener. Whatever snacks she's packing is always going to be better than whatever I have to offer my kids. Because there's like, she brings these things, they're like these little like dried yogurt drops, and my daughter hates those things. She's never liked them. I've given them to her. Like, I'll usually wait a few months in between offering her something that she hasn't liked previously to see if her tastes have changed. Maybe it was the texture she didn't like or something. And like consistently, every time I've tried to give her those yogurt bites, she hates them. But when her friends are eating them, that's all she wants to eat. So my friend is very generous about sharing her snacks. And what I do to entertain my toddler is I actually bring her little toy shopping cart, and I let her push her shopping cart next to me, so that she can be focused on her shopping cart and being like mommy instead of trying to climb out of the cart, which is her favorite thing. And she's just getting so tall, and the Costco carts are taller than regular carts anyway, and I struggle with like an Aldi cart to keep her like, because she's just so tall now, like she's getting so tall that it's really hard for me to like lift her out or like get her, like if she doesn't want to get in, it's very physically difficult for me to get her in, and that's assuming that I'm not like wearing her sister, and that her sister's just like in the cart in her car seat or something. So anyway, so I'm going to go to Costco this afternoon, but what I'm going to do is I saw a TikTok last night, and I've just been falling for the TikTok advice lately, but I just think it's such a cool medium. But there was a woman, it was not a sponsored thing, who was talking about how she had lost 100 pounds in like a year and a half, and she swore that the biggest like thing she changed first was that she started taking a probiotics, like specifically she held up a bottle It was that green bottle with the yellow label, like Nature's something or other brand, and it was some kind of blah 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 probiotic. But she said that like she had heard that, like, especially women who have given birth struggle to get enough probiotics, and I would assume that's probably double true if you're like nursing. It seems like everything that you need to survive, you have like not quite enough of when you're breastfeeding, because you're giving it to the baby, especially like calcium and iron and stuff like that. So anyway, I figure can't hurt. Like, everybody says, yeah, eat yogurt, like try to get your probiotics, whatever. So, but she was talking about how, like, she'd really found it beneficial to just buy a supplement, and I've never taken a supplement probiotic, so I'm hoping that they have that brand at Costco today, and if they do, I'm going to get a bottle of that. But otherwise, I'm really going to try not to spend any money at Costco today, because we are 3 days from payday, and it's feeling a little tight this month, because we've had a few, like, kind of unexpected expenses. Nothing too big. We made a big payment on the hospital bill from the birth and some things like that. Like, it wasn't like crazy, like, spending, but either way, it's just, you know. And I think all the bills are higher. Like, the food bills are higher. The electricity bills are through the roof because of the heat. Just trying to keep it cool. Like, we're doing our part, ERCOT. We've been keeping it at 78. But generally, by the end of the day, it's struggling to keep it below 80 until it's dark out, basically. Especially if I cook anything. It'll take probably 4 hours to recover if I turn the stove on, much less the oven, which is really making it challenging to cook. I wish I could find some, like, recipes that would genuinely be safe to do, like, in my car, like just stick the food in my car for an extra hour or something. But I, as a chef, do not trust that method of cooking. I see the funny posts about people baking cookies in their cars and stuff, but I don't actually want to serve my family something like that. I might do it for just me. But I need to get these groceries put away. So yeah, I'm below the 250 mark. I am so happy. Oh, I managed to do, so today is the first day of a new week. I managed to do 4 of my 15-minute workouts this past week. So that's a victory, 1 more than the minimum. And I'm planning on working out tonight. I've been doing better about getting to bed earlier, but like, I think 2 nights last week I stayed up till 1. The rest of the week I was in bed by midnight, or asleep by midnight, and a couple nights I was in bed before 11. So, baby steps, but I do need to continue working on it. There's just so much that needs to be done. If I want my house to not just be overtaken by riffraff, then I have to clean after my kids go to bed. And if I'm cleaning and then working out and then cooling down and then filming and editing, and, you know, maybe I have one too many hobbies, but I don't think that it's unreasonable for me to have one very, like, pretty relatively easy hobby like filming, on top of just maintaining my body and my household. But I need sleep too. So, but I am still losing weight in spite of not sleeping the best. So maybe when I start sleeping the best, it'll be even better. And maybe these probiotics, it'll be even better. I'm kind of hoping I'm just, like, adding one more thing, and it's all just going to come together to give me results, ideally a little bit faster than I'm expecting. Like, I feel like I won't get down to my goal weight for a minimum of a year. I just don't, probably longer than that. Just because, you know, my first goal weight is I would be like 60 pounds down. Because that would put me below the 200 mark. And then my true goal weight is almost 100 pounds down. So I think that the 60 pounds down will probably take a year, and then, or more, because that's still like a pound a week. Like, that's more than a pound a week. So probably it'll take a year and a half to get down below 200, and then it'll take another probably year to get even lower, because it's those last 20 pounds that are always so hard. So I'm looking at a long haul. I miss certain sweets, mostly like with other people. My favorite dessert in the whole world is a s'more. And once I've gotten down below 200, I will allow myself probably like just like a couple of special occasions, like maybe like anniversary and maybe my kids' birthdays, to have real sugar. But I'm really pretty distracted because I've had like 3 people try to convince me that I could just do moderation, but like it's not really how my brain works. And you know, I've got this predisposition that is specifically linked to fructose. And so for me, it's not just like, oh, this is a matter of willpower and weight loss. It's like, no, to me, fructose is poison. And like, if you knew that drinking alcohol like was guaranteed to damage your liver, not just like it might if you overindulge, but it was like guaranteed, wouldn't you give it up? And if you didn't give it 100% up, wouldn't you cut way back to just very, very sparse special occasions? So that's kind of how I'm treating it, is like as if I had given up alcohol. Ironically, I've never been a drinker, so the comparison kind of works easily for me. Maybe it is not, like maybe people do already know that alcohol can damage your liver and they still drink and they don't care. In which case, I don't have a metaphor for you, sorry. But that's what's working in my head. It's just like poison. It's basically poison. And so it's not really that tempting, but that doesn't mean that I don't miss certain things and wish that there were alternatives that I could have. Okay, so I will probably see you very soon. Like and subscribe. I really hope that if you can, I would love to get some traction on this channel. I'm not really sure how to grow it other than to continue posting on, very regularly, but I really hope that you will, if you see this, like it, subscribe. It would really help me out, because the more people that like it and subscribe and comment, the more people YouTube will show it to. And maybe if it's the kind of thing, you know someone else who enjoys the same kind of content. But yes, like, subscribe, comment, share, all of that, and I will see you guys next time.